Stop blowing your money on silly things for your dirt bike. When in reality, the stuff that you're getting really isn't that beneficial. Dirt bikes aren't the cheapest sport out there, but what you need to know is that most people actually spend their money on stuff that really isn't worth it and doesn't really get them any advantage when it comes to racing. So let's get into this video. So in this video, we're actually going to be discussing accessories actually worth buying in 2024. Now there's a lot of stuff out there that to the naked eye, you're like, oh my God, that's gonna make me so much better. But in this video, we're gonna break down 3 categories. It's gonna be need, want, and middle ground. So what do you say? Let's get into it. Now 90% of us aren't a top level A rider, and that's okay. But if you are, don't click away just yet. I don't know why I threw that. Starting with the first category, and we're gonna go over need. So starting with the engine. You need oil to power your engine. I know it's kind of mind-blowing. Some people don't know how to change it and have never changed it, and I quite wonder how their bike's even together. But invest in good oil. It's plain and simple. Get the oil right for your engine. It's just look up whatever your bike is, best oil, and I'm sure you'll find a forum or something. Find a good source, a reliable source, and yeah, invest in good oil because you want the components to last as long as they can. And if you can get manufacturer recommendations or something maybe just a little bit better, why not? So that's like a need. You need oil for your engine. All right, rider triangle is something that's kind of often overlooked. I've talked about this in some previous videos, but rider triangle, of course, you have your feet, your hands, and your knees. Yep, that bolt's missing. Shocker. Anyways, invest in some good sharp foot pegs. Now, these are the Tusk billet foot pegs. They're pretty light. They're aluminum, not titanium. I'm not that rich. If I was, I promised I would have titanium foot pegs, but those are like dropping $250 on foot pegs, and I don't need that. These are really sharp. Even the stock ones that came on this were decently sharp, but I really needed some different ones. I like how these are. It's just kind of whatever suits you. But get some sharp foot pegs because you don't want your feet slipping off, and you want to be able to actually feel your bike. And foot pegs should be the least of your worries on your grip. So I'll drop some links in the description for all these products that I'm going to talk about. So you can head down there and look at some of the ones that I recommend. But yeah, so maybe I'm not as thirsty, but so we're getting into some pretty controversial territory because middle ground is something that I think you should buy and invest your money in if you have money. But I think the middle ground thing you should almost should be a need. I think suspension should be a need because your suspension is basically how your bike operates, works, everything. So get it tailored to you. Hit up your local shop, look suspension shops near you, or you could go with some of the bigger brand names, Factory Connection, Race Tech. A lot of people swear by them, but I like working with local people because they're right there. I can go talk to them if I need them. I don't have to send an email and wait for them to reply for 3 or 2 weeks. I know that I became a completely different rider. I've never had suspension set up for me. So once I got mine set up, you can go look at the video right there. It should be like in the top right. I'll link it there. But I know when I got mine set up that I became a completely different rider. Like my form was so much better. I wasn't getting tired. It was just all around better. Now you're looking around $800 to $1,000 to actually do that, but trust me, it's worth it. If you have the money, spend it. Okay, don't mind it. It's kind of dirty and there's probably dog hair on my shirt, but this seat cover is probably almost a need as well. If your bike came equipped stock with a stock seat cover, I'm gonna sneeze. If your bike came equipped with a stock seat cover and you haven't changed that thing yet, it's night and day. So I think I went 40 hours on this bike before I even changed from the stock to this one. Get you a ribbed one. I'll put mine below, the brand I'm sponsored by, Decor Visuals. Great seat cover. It holds up great, super easy to install. If you have some patience, seat covers don't take that long to install, but they can make you say some not nice things to it. But that's besides the fact. But get you some ribbed ones because the ribs will actually, you can kind of tell where you're at on the bike. They help your grip, and especially if you're getting higher in the power and if you're a two-stroke guy, higher in the power band. Yeah, Rip seat cover is just really good. It'll help your form, and it really just helps everything. So get you one. They're like 70 bucks. You can't race in this sport, ride in this sport if you don't, and if you aren't willing to spend the money. So like this is like kind of like a silly category for me, because this category should be like the lowest of your priority, but I guess it's worth it, especially in 2024, because our economy is absolute horrible. But anyways, graphics. I don't even have full bike graphics because you're not going to catch me spending $200 to make it look good, and I don't really get any extra horsepower from it. So I got number plate graphics. I think I got mine from Decal. Yeah, Decal Works. So yeah, they're like 70 bucks. I got them for my birthday. But if your bike and you do want it to look good, get you some graphics. I mean, it could be simple. It could be if you want to go all out and you want to spend the money. I mean, go right ahead. I can't control you, but graphics are worth it, I think. I mean, kind of make it your own. Make your bike your own. Don't make it the stock looking bike. I mean, sure, the Honda's a great stock, but make it your own and just be you.
I wonder how many times I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for like, well, it doesn't matter. Nobody watches my videos anyways. Oh well.
Anyways, exhaust. Now, you're probably wondering, well, exhaust should be something you should have higher on your list. If you're like an A, top of the pack A, B rider, sure, put it up higher on the list. But if you're a 2018 bike or newer, upgrading your exhaust really isn't worth it unless you're a two-stroke guy, because the exhaust and the horsepower these babies are pulling and the power delivery is just unmatched. An exhaust, you'll never tell a difference. But if you're like me and you're kind of progressing into getting into the power more, it might not be a bad idea to just get a little more rev out of it. So, but yeah, Yoshimura, HDS, FMF, all those. I think Akrapovic makes one for these. But those are just some of the brands I named off. There's tons of them. So exhaust is kind of a controversial topic because some people think that should be the first thing they upgrade. But really, I think it should be the last, because for this bike at least, a full exhaust system is like $1,000, and I don't feel like dropping $1,000 on exhaust. Sure, it looks good with the carbon fiber tip, but it really ain't worth it. So that's gonna be the last thing I do. I haven't even got to upgrade it yet because I don't have the money, so maybe one day. Exhaust is definitely worth it, even though I don't have any. So, well, I think we covered all three categories. Feel free to give me your feedback in the comments respectively, and I will reply to you. Don't be the absolute dummy and say however you feel. If you want to, your comment will get removed, or I just won't reply to you. I'll probably just won't reply to you. So we covered all topics. If you guys have anything you'd like to add, feel free to give it in the comments. Whatever, doesn't matter to me, but that's my 2 cents on it. Things I've learned throughout the years. So yeah, here is the top accessories that are actually worth buying in 2024. Don't spend your money, once again, if you made it this far, don't spend your money on the stupid stuff. Actually spend it on stuff that's worth buying. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, each and every single one of you. So keep grinding. Remember, stay humble, everybody. I'm gonna go ride. It's 7 o'clock and I got school tomorrow, but I'm gonna go ride because it's been a busy week, and you know what? Let's go have some fun. See you guys. Oh wait, and subscribe too if you want.